In question 15 we are given that length of major axis is 26 and foci are at plus minus 5, 0. Since the foci are on the x-axis, therefore the major axis will be along x-axis. Since the foci are on the x-axis, so the major axis is along the x-axis. Therefore the equation of the ellipse is of the form x square over a square plus y square over b square equals to 1. Let us call it as equation 1. Here a is length of semi-major axis and b is length of semi-minor axis. We are also given that length of major axis, that is 2a, is equal to 26. This implies that a is equal to 13, or we can say that a square is equal to 169. Also we are given that foci are at plus minus 5, 0. This implies that c is equal to 5. So by using the value of c and a square, we can easily find the value of b square with the help of the relation c square is equal to a square minus b square. This implies that 25 is equal to 169 minus b square, or we can say that b square is equal to 169 minus 25. This finally gives us b square as 144. So on substituting the values of a square and b square in equation 1, here we have x square over 169 plus y square over 144 is equal to 1. This is the required equation of the ellipse. This completes our solution. Let us see the next problem. In question 16, we are given that length of minor axis is 16. This implies that 2b is equal to 16, or we can say that b is equal to 8. Hence we have b square is equal to 64. Also we are given that foci of this ellipse are at 0, plus minus 6. Since the foci are on the y-axis, therefore the major axis is along the y-axis. Since the foci are on the y-axis, so the major axis is along the y-axis, and we know that the equation of an ellipse whose major axis is along y-axis is given by x square over b square plus y square over a square is equal to 1, where a is length of semi-major axis and b is length of semi-minor axis. Let us call it as equation 1. And now since we are given that foci of this ellipse are at 0, plus minus 6, this implies that c is equal to 6. So by using the value of c and b square, we can easily find the value of a square with the help of the relation c square is equal to a square minus b square. This implies that 36 is equal to a square minus 64. This gives us a square as 36 plus 64, which is equal to 100. So we have a square equals to 100. Now on substituting the values of a square and b square in equation 1, here we have x square over 64 plus y square over 100 is equal to 1. So this is the equation of the required ellipse for which length of minor axis is 16 and foci are at 0, plus minus 6. This completes our solution. Let us see the next problem.